And you're like,
Right, good afternoon and welcome to the Land Use Review Board Nominating Committee. It's the second meeting of this group. And our agenda has been posted. It's a pretty basic agenda, but we will begin by reviewing and approving the minutes. And
Madam Chair, I do have a couple of suggestions to correct the minute. Thank you. So on page 1, it's under introductions and announcements. In the first paragraph that has 3 lines, it currently says Rep. Amy Sheldon recommended the committee chair should be a legislator and offered to chair the committee. What it should say, my recollection is it was Senator Ann Watson who recommended that the committee chair should be a legislator, and she nominated Representative Amy Sheldon. So that's one change that I would proffer. And then the next one is on page 2, and it's the 3rd paragraph from the bottom. And the paragraph begins, Representative Sheldon asked about the typical job posting process. And this is just a typo where on the 3rd line, it says, and applicants submit resumes online. And it either should say all applicants submit resumes online. I think that's the easiest way to fix it. And so those are the only 2 that I found. So I would make a motion to amend the minutes to reflect those changes.
all right,
a second.
okay. Motion's made and seconded. To make the changes and then approve the minutes. Was that the motion?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So all those in favor, raise your hand. 5, Brittany, 5 in favor, 1 absent, who I am communicating with now. I'm wondering if, Megan, you'd be able to send Senator Watson a link.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll do that right
I'll
now.
just let her know the link's coming. And next up, we have public comment. I believe there was 1 person who requested an opportunity for public comment. At the risk of asking our committee assistant to do 2 things at once.
I still don't see that person in the room.
Okay, so what we'll do is move to other committee discussion, job posting status, and then check back in with you. So do members, I guess Commissioner Fasigi, would maybe you give us an update on the status of job posting?
Sure, yeah, I checked on our system this morning and there are 6 applicants so far. So and we've done the typical advertising that we do. So we can see candidates coming in through Indeed, LinkedIn, and through CareerArc, which is usually social media sites. And we are planning some advertising and launching that likely tomorrow or Monday.
Where will you be advertising?
So I talked to our talent acquisition manager, Bill Myers, and we felt one of the best places is Indeed, and do a sponsored ad in Indeed. It will show up in Indeed, but to a sponsored ad in Indeed, the People of Color Network, as well as VT Digger.
Okay.
Right, that gets to the south.
Well, and a lot of folks also that might be interested in the job may also read VT Digger. So I think that would probably be the best bang for the buck on those. There she is.
Welcome, Senator Watson. We are,
Hello.
we have approved the minutes with a couple of minor changes. We are aware of 1 person who would like to do public comment who hasn't joined yet. And we're just in the job posting status update part of the agenda. To orient,
Thank you, and my apologies for being late.
no worries. All right, do members have further questions on the job posting status?
Still 6 applicants. Still.
Oh, and we have 6 applicants so far. So, and the advertising starts this week, next week? Next week.
Yeah, we'll after this meeting, I'll get it kicked off and they'll work on they'll work on the plan.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that means.
And remind us how long that's gonna take.
So we can do it for, until, we can do it until, the posting comes down, or if it's to September 16th. If we find that we go for 2 weeks and we've got 100 applicants, we may not need to extend those. But there's easy ways to extend those also. If we're still looking for applicants, we can continue right up until the 16th.
So what does it say on the, okay, yeah, okay, deadline is 16th.
Okay, so
So that's 3 weeks from now, roughly.
Mhm. Yep, roughly 3 weeks. All right, is there anything else on the app status? Any further discussion of things that aren't specifically on the agenda that folks have on their minds? Since this is a broad committee discussion section, we're gonna have other business, go into other business. if there's any.
I guess just a question for everyone. I sent out the ad to our local regional commission and a couple of planners. So I don't have a sense of whether or not folks are aware of this. Do you think, do other folks have a sense? If anything, I feel like people aren't aware. So I'll send additional messages. And I saw you posted something on LinkedIn that I thought was very good, or someone posted it.
Yeah, it wasn't my LinkedIn, but,
Okay, but it was
Yeah,
posted,
it
and I
was
thought it was a
something.
really good
Yeah.
ad because it.
yeah, LinkedIn is such a great place because that gets out to your, people's,
Right.
your whole
I
network.
guess we
So if
could
you're
all do
on
that.
LinkedIn, we should probably all put it on, just.
Yeah, so
forward that
I'll
link to
forward
LinkedIn.
that. I meant to
Okay.
do that before now, but.
Yeah, that's a good place because
Yeah,
sometimes
that's
I
a
might
good
get
idea.
people who aren't even looking for jobs at the point, right now,
Yeah.
but that might be a good job for me. So I think that this might be a job where people who aren't looking might be thinking, oh, that's something that I want to do. So.
And do you know if the district commissions know about it? Because I think they would be interested, or at least they would know people who might be interested.
Yeah.
Is it possible to send that directly to them or to send the ad to them?
We can ask Sabina,
Yeah,
I bet.
Okay,
I bet I can help.
okay,
the other one, Vermont Planners Association.
right. And the folks I sent it to were leaders in that, and I hope they've sent it out. But it's summer, people are
yeah.
on vacation.
Yeah, great. But I'm glad you brought that up. I have received one inquiry from someone about the job, and I think just talking a little bit about what we will do. And, I'm happy to communicate with people about the job generally and encourage them to apply and answer any questions that are appropriate. Have others heard from members of the public?
I have not, that alarms me because these are really important jobs. I mean, this is a very impactful board. It will be a very impactful board.
Well, but when did the posting go out?
A couple of weeks ago, I think.
think
Yeah,
it
it
was
was last
last-
week we talked. It was like
Yeah.
last Friday. It was a week ago, maybe.
Okay.
So 6
Tuesday.
applicants.
Time
It was
does
earlier
seem
than- it was-
longer.
it
Well,
was-
no, because we talked when I was in Nova Scotia.
Okay. I feel like it was Monday or Tuesday last week, just because, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was whatever day you had committed to getting it
Yeah.
out that we said yes.
But
we're
yeah, whatever
sorry.
day was on the
Yeah.
meeting minutes
Yeah.
is when we got it out.
Right, review. Yeah,
It wasn't
so-
early.
Yeah, it's
was
just a really
later in
important
the
job.
afternoon,
So I think it's
yes.
important that we cast a wide net.
Yeah, it's only a little over a week and we have 6. So
Okay.
something's working.
Okay, good.
All right.
And I think that also, it was part of the legislative session, so people in that space that were watching.
Yeah.
Watching the lobbying pass and know that this is coming. Would have likely been starting to look forward or look on website or seeing what's happening, so. Sending it out now on our nominating committee, this nominating committee's LinkedIn, that would be helpful, so.
Right. So the main work for this meeting is going to be drafting the questions that we're going to be asking folks in their interviews. And we have thought a little bit about this and feel like it's something that should be done in executive session because we aren't sure what the questions are going to be, first of all, and aren't really thinking we would share them with people before they applied and had an interview. So with that in mind,
So to that end, I will make a motion that we move into executive session for the purpose of discussing appointments.
Questions?
Discussing questions that we're going to be asking applicants and pursuant to 1 BSA, section 313A.
I'll second that.
So motion's been made.
Can I just make one, I did hear back from the person who was going to provide public comment.
Okay,
He said he did not wish to make public comment, but then I received one more message that he wanted to share that approximately last week that Sabina Haskell did send district commission members a message describing the jobs and included a link to the application page.
Terrific. So
Thank you.
that's-
That's very helpful. Good.
Okay, so motion's been made that we go into executive session to talk about interview questions. It's been was made by Representative Bongard, seconded by Senator Harrison. All those in favor, raise your hands. That's 6 in favor, none opposed. We will go into executive session, and what that means is we'll go off the live stream. And then when we're finished with executive session, we will come back on the live stream and pick up from there.